play against Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the Bekum Gold City Park. Bibiani Gold Stars will host Bechem United, and then on Sunday, Heart of Lions will play against Dreams FC. Basake Holy Stars will play 11 Wonders. Fishing FC. Remember, 11 Wonders have been sold to the owners, the former owners of Legon Cities. So 11 Wonders is no more called Techima 11 Wonders. They are called 11 Wonders. Vision FC will host FC Samatex. Young Apostles will host Mediama. Kaila United will play Diana Stars. And then Nations FC will play Swedru or Blacks at the Dr. Kwame Chase Complex. Ruben, the Premier League is back. I want to take your top 4 prediction.
Top 4?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's too early.
Really?
I
Teams that you expect. Okay, maybe not based on the but
okay.
Based on what you've seen in the preparation.
With what we saw in the top 4,
right?
I mean, if Hearts are able to sustain that performance, right, and Masoud Didi Dramani, they look revitalized. Right. We didn't see those glimpses of or flashes of brilliance under Abubakar Ouattara. Yeah. So if they are able to sustain that momentum, I think they will be one of the contenders for the season. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they are playing in Africa, and Abdul Karim Zito Kabute, who obviously is not a bad coach. I believe that given his heroics with Dreams FC, he can take the Porcupine Warriors far. For BBN Gold Stars, the adventure in Africa is short-lived. I think sometimes we just have to be blunt with our submissions.
I think
because if you are facing tried and tested JSK at the preliminary round, at least let them make it to the money zone so that they can pay their strength against the elite.
That's football. They can surprise. They can play some low results.
Surprise who and get. Even for Kotoko, I'm scared because I believe Kotoko will scale the Kwara United though.
But that's how after Kwara, you are teacher. You want to go and play for.
After Kwara, there's with that, and don't forget what they did to the Porcupine Warriors in the year 2002. Which coincided with then President Kufuor's birthday. The Moroccans, I mean, scored from a distance and they took the trophy away. So I am excited that the league will kickstart this evening.
Right.
I just want to hope and pray that some things I'm looking out for will significantly improve in terms of security at match venues.
Right.
I mean, I don't want us to revisit that tragic incident involving Anapoli last season when Kotoko played in Swatreman, right, in Swatre. And I'm also expecting that spectating would improve. Ghana football is not literally dead. If anyone says so, that person is a pathological liar. We saw what transpired during the President's Cup, even during the Kakato 4. Attendance was anything to write him about. I believe that we will not be treated to the usual Kotoko Heart Super Clash where the stadium will be filled to capacity. I mean, moving forward, we would have our venues filled to the rafters. And I believe that once the first game of the season kicks off, we'll be treated to good football. For Hearts of Oak, I mean, in 4 seasons, they've not won their openers. And I believe that this time they have to look for a way and... as someone would say, put an end to that hoodoo. Because last season, under Ouattara, they went far away to the northern region where they play Real Tamale United. Sorry, that was under Martin Koopman. Everybody expected that the Phobians were going to easily cruise to victory. Then, unfortunately, the home side shocked them. So, I believe that under Masoud Didi Dramani, the Phobians have showed glimpses or flashes of brilliance. They've made some marquee signings. I just hope and pray that this season would go well for them, unlike the subsequent seasons where they almost started on the brink of relegation. It took a last-minute, miracle for them to survive the top flight. So the things I have pointed out, officiating. The GFA president has categorically insisted that any official who messes up or fails disappointingly will be dealt with drastically to serve as a deterrent to others. If we want to see an improvement in spectating and security, we cannot also rule out officiating. Because if officiating is attractive, we would all troop to the venue to watch matches, irrespective or regardless of whether the venue is not been approved or certified by the club licensing board. So I believe that once the season gets underway, we'll be treated to good football so that Ghana football would go back to where it rightfully belongs.
Right. I think, but I think personally, we are looking forward to a new season. I think, I don't know, but I feel this season will be great. It's a season that both I've always maintained that Ghana, because of how our fan culture is, every football fan is either a Kotoko or House of Folk fan before any other team that they support. So you need Kotoko and House of Folk to do very well to grow their league. And I think this season, both Kotoko and House of Folk have made conscious efforts to grow and position themselves well to compete. For Kotoko, they've had one of the best coaches. They've done some basic things. Now they've put a proper management structure there to at least back the coach. They have a coach who, it looks like everything around Kotoko, they want to perform well this season, and they are looking at winning the league. They want to play at the CAF Champions League instead of the CAF Confederations Cup, which is good. So it will let them compete. For House of Folk, I think this season, I would say they made one of the best decisions in football in our domestic league, going to appoint Didi Dramani and resetting the team. I think they've really positioned themselves well to compete for the league.
Off-field struggles.
Exactly, and I think they've hit on the smooth road. Maybe they won't have it easy this season. Maybe the first round they would kind of struggle because Didi is still putting his team together. But I think they've positioned themselves well to play well. If House Folk plays good football, anytime they are playing, their fans will go into the stadium and watch the game. So if House Folk is playing against Nations, House Folk fans will come and watch, and we will always get the environment so that once the two teams are doing well, it pushes the entire league and it will grow. So for me, I'm really looking forward to it. And at least obviously there's some seed money for the clubs to invest. There's good money. The game is also free to air on TV. It's going to be live on Onia TV and then TV3 and also I think 3FM and the Onia media houses. It's free to air. You on your TV, you can easily watch. You don't need to have to make any payments to get to watch the game. I think the more the game is on TV, the more you get a chance to watch it live. It would promote and push the league. Personally, I'm really looking forward to the new season. Obviously for some of us this is what we do, so we are really looking forward to it, and we are looking at how tough it will be. Let's wrap up, but your top four. Obviously you would want your team to win, but let me know your top four.
So it's Hearts of Folk, right. Followed by Kumasi Asante Kotoko, then Hearts of Lions, right. And then maybe last year winners. So yeah, Bibiani Gold Stars. Yeah. So just for the fact that they are the defending champions, so
they have to be in the top. Yeah, I think with them, for instance, I think because they'll be playing in the CAF Confederations, the CAF Champions League. If they win and they go, the further they go, the more it will impact their performance in the league. If they get knocked out early, they will come and compete for the title because their side naturally have good home records. So once they get good away results, they are easily competing for the title. Obviously, Nations FC, a lot of people will forget, but they've been consistent and have come closer to winning the title 2 consecutive times ever since they've been in the Premier League. Last season, nearly. And I think this season they would want to go for the title, the ultimate. A club that
they still have Kasimo Kanzmangle in the dugout.
Is still there. Razak is still around. Some of the experienced players are still with the team. They saw how close they came to winning the title. Away from that, if a team that looks like an outsider is, I think, Mediama. I think now they will be more positioned well because Tanko would have the core of his side. He would now have. There'll be a lot of attention on him now because he'll be playing he'll be coaching a team that fans want him to be competitive. And I think if we lose sides, they may compete for the title. I always say that Kotoko and House of Folk are always title favorites when we are playing the league. So the two teams will really compete. Kotoko and Zito, it would be about how they would play against WAC. If they manage, just as Otuado says, we should be careful. We think they are going to beat Crown United, but maybe Crown. But if they win and the higher they go, it may also impact their performance in the league. But if Kotoko will be playing, and the fans will also not be happy if they just go to the Confederations Cup, play 2 matches and come back. So Zito, I don't want to be in Zito's shoes because Kotoko is a club that they want results and they always want to win. But I think it's a team that would always compete for the title. So